Caution lights go out across the Shelby County Speedway. We're ready to get to it. Off of turn number 4 this time. Corey Zeitner and Brett Hopp, row 1. They will get this party started off the exit of turn number 4. How about it, race fans? It's time to dominate the dirt here at Shelby County with the Malvern Bank Series. Here we go. Side-by-side entering turn 1. Corey Zeitner and Brett Hopp. 3 wide near the back of the pack. Zeitner, Kaziski, and Pospisil go at it. Meanwhile, Zeitner and Hopp side-by-side for the race lead. Zeitner trying to pull the slide shot move. Forces Hopp's hand. Nearly gets him to the outside wall. Lap 1 goes to Corey Zeitner. Brett Hopp is second. Alan Hopp to the inside running third. Brian Kaziski already up to that 4th spot. Now 3 wide again coming off turn number 1. Tad Pospisil able to thread the needle between Cale Kaziski and Kurt Schroeder. Tad Pospisil now into that 5th position as they enter turn 3. Zeitner comes around to lead lap 2. Then it's the brothers Hopp, 1 and 2 right now. Brett the 21H, Allen in the 80. Zeitner looks like possibly a little push off of turn number 2, and that's going to allow the Hopps to close in. Brian Kaziski in that 4th position right now. Tad Pospisil your top 5. Kurt Schroeder runs 6th. Cale Kaziski 7th. Zach Zeitner is 8th. Andy Claiborne out back in 9th. Alan Hopp continuing to work to the inside of Brett for that 2nd spot. That's the best race on the track. Tad Pospisil now starting to size up Brian Kaziski. Battle for the 4th spot as they enter turn number 3. Pospisil on the low side. Kaziski up top. Zeitner continues to click off the laps here in heat race number 1, brought to you by Speedway Motors. And now Brian Kaziski and Tad Pospisil closing in on Alan Hopp. That's for the 3rd position as they go down the back straightaway. Kaziski looking to the inside. Hopp able to fend off the bottom. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Here in Speedway Motors heat race number 1, Corey Zeitner has been your race-long leader. Brett Hopp is 2nd. Alan Hopp 3rd. Brian Kaziski 4th. Tad Pospisil your top 5. And it's Kurt Schroeder, Cale Kaziski, Zach Zeitner, and Andy Claiborne to round out the field. Pospisil with another good run off the exit of down the backstretch, I should say, as Pospisil working the inside lane, unable to make the pass. 2 to go this time at the line. White flag should come out next time by. Pospisil trying to go to the inside of Brian Kaziski, unable to make the pass. This time the white flag's going to come out. 4/10 of a mile to go for the 19 out of Bellevue. Excellent run by Brett Hopp tonight. This should get him a decent starting spot in the main event later tonight, but into 3 for the final time. Checker flag is going to fly, race fans. Corey Zeitner is going to go wire to wire to win Speedway Motors heat race number 1. At the line for 2nd, Brett Hopp holds on for 2nd. Alan Hopp is 3rd at the line. Brian Kaziski, Tad Pospisil, then it's Kurt Schroeder, Cale Kaziski, Zach Zeitner, and Andy Claiborne to round out the field. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Speedway Motors heat race number 1 out of Omaha, Nebraska in the Alexander Lawn and Landscape. Henry Hopscheid Motors, Zeitner & Sons Transport, Shepherd Engine Development, GH Race Cars. Number 1, your heat race 1 winner, Corey Zeitner. Caution lights go out across the Shelby County Speedway. We're ready to get to it. Ben Schaller, Ben Sukup, row 1. Bill Ayton Jr., Jason O'Brien, row 2. Justin Zeitner, Josh Leonard, row 3. Jeff Segabart, Paul Conrad in row 4. So the Barracuda will set the pace off of turn number 4. Green is in the air here in heat race number 2, brought to you by Kaiser Manufacturing. Schaller goes right to the top shelf to take the line away 4 wide through 1 and 2. Advantage goes to Ben Sukup as he's able to maintain the 3rd spot down the back straightaway. Jason O'Brien settles into position number 2 on the speedway. Meanwhile, Ben Schaller comes around to lead the opening circuit. Jason O'Brien running 2nd. Now O'Brien trying to get the bottom shelf locked in. Schaller with a big run off the top. He's able to pull ahead of O'Brien down the back straightaway. Ben Sukup runs 3rd. Bill Ayton Jr. 4th. Josh Leonard your top 5. Then it's Justin Zeitner, Jeff Segabart, and Paul Conrad to round out the field. Schaller comes around to lead lap 2. Bill Ayton Jr. now sizing up Ben Sukup. That's for the 3rd spot. Still a little bit of smoke coming off the 101 machine. We saw that a little bit in hot laps. And now Layton sizing up Sukup as they go into 1. Layton to the inside. Sukup has the preferred line off of turn number 4, and Layton gonna dig to the inside. Now pulls right back in line and dives slow entering turn 1. Layton with the slide job off of turn number 2. Billy the Kid goes to 3rd. Excellent move by Bill Layton to get the final podium spot away. And now Sukup looking to go back on the offense through 3 and 4. They're side by side. That's the best race on the track. Layton and Sukup dueling it on the high banks of Harlan. And now Justin Zeitner going to go side by side with Josh Leonard for a moment. That's the battle for the 5th position. But right now, it's been all Ben Schaller. Picked up the A-feature win last night in weekly super late model competition out at the I-80 Speedway. That was his 2nd win at I-80 Speedway in weekly competition. Schaller still looking for that first Malvern Bank Series win of 2019. This time around, the green flag is going to fly 2 more times around the high banks of Harlan for the Barracuda. Jason O'Brien trying to reel him in as they go through 1 and 2 this time. But Jason O'Brien unable to make any ground up. White flag going to fly this time for your leaders, Ben Schaller. He has led since the drop of the green flag, and it has been all him. And now Bill Layton Jr. with a good run off of 4. He's going to size up Jason O'Brien. Black Diamond chassis side by side for that 2nd spot on the final lap. But into 3 and 4 for the 8th and final time. Checker flag is going to fly. Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 2 will go to the Barracuda. Ben Schaller takes the win. Bill Layton Jr. off the slide job will take 2nd at the line for 3rd. Jason O'Brien over Josh Leonard. Top 5 will be Ben Sukup. Then it's Justin Zeitner, Jeff Segabar, and Paul Conrad. So give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Kaiser Manufacturing Heat Race number 2 from Omaha, Nebraska. The Fleet Mark Solutions, Sutter Family Racing, Dave's Home Improvement, MB Custom Chassis, Heinz Chiropractic, Acupuncture, Dirt Shirts USA, number 98. Let him hear you, Ben Schaller. Should take at least maybe 1 more time around. No, looks like caution lights do go out this time. We will go green. Jason Wallace and Matt Snowberger on the front row. They will get this started off on turn number 4. Wallace and Snowberger. Front row this time, we are green in Roth Racing Performance Heat Race number 3. 3 wide going into turn number 1 for a moment. Robbie Anderson able to thread the needle between Andrew Koziski and Matt Snowberger. Now 3 wide for the lead momentarily off the exit. Jason Wallace will have the whole shot off at turn number 2. Now Kyle Berg looking for the slide job, move to the inside of Koziski, unable to make the pass. Lap 1 will go to Jason Wallace. Robbie Anderson is 2nd, Andrew Koziski 3rd as they cross the line. Kyle Burke currently shown in 4th. Nick Deal rounding out the top 5 early on. Of course, Deal, multiple track championships here in the modified division at Shelby County Speedway. Deal looking to the outside of Burke for that 4th spot as they come off at turn number 4. The Marquette Missile will keep the spot at the line. Jason Wallace. The Sonny Gerber Auto Sales sponsored entry out of Carter Lake, Iowa, looking strong. And now Deal out of the racing line off the exit at turn number 2, a little squirrely, and he loses ground on Burke. Andrew Koziski and Robbie Anderson trying to size Andrew Koziski right now trying to size up Anderson for that 2nd spot as they go down the front stretch. Going into 1. Koziski on the bottom, Anderson right through the middle off of turn number 2. Advantage goes to the Rocket. And now Kyle Berg entering the picture. It's going to be a 3-car battle here before too long. Now Nick Deal with a big move to the inside. He'll slide up the track and gain some ground on Berg down the front straightaway. Nick Deal trying to score the win on another one of his home tracks. Picked up the win in our first trip to the Crawford County Speedway over in Denison, Iowa. Now trying to get the big W here in Harlan. Top 5 coming to the front straightaway right now. Jason Wallace continues to lead it. Andrew Koziski now pulls right beside Anderson as they enter turn 1. Anderson not going to give up the fight. Here comes Kyle Burke to the backside of Koziski and Anderson. 3-car battle for the 2nd spot as they enter turn 3 this time. 2 laps to go this time for Carter Lake, Iowa's Jason Wallace. Looking to get his 2nd heat race win of the 2019 season. And now Berg able to sidestep Koziski for that 3rd spot. Kyle Berg, the current Malvern Bank Series points leader, has a 10-point advantage over Nick Deal coming into tonight. And now Berg setting his sights on the top 2 as the white flag comes out. Berg with a good head of steam, dives to the inside. That's to put the slide job working on Robbie Anderson for 2nd. Can't make it. They're side by side down the back straightaway now into 3 for the final time. Berg trying to go for all she's worth, but off at turn number 4, Jason Wallace will take Roth Racing Performance Heat Race number 3. Kyle Berg is 2nd. Andrew Koziski sneaks by for 3rd. Robbie Anderson is 4th. Nick Deal, your top 5. 6th will be Brad Perdue. Matt Snowberger will cross in 7th, and Robbie Jorgensen rounds out the field. So how about that one, race fans? Give it up for him. Your winner of Roth Racing Performance Heat Race number 3 from Carter Lake, Iowa. The Lakeside Auto Recyclers, Backlund Plumbing, Rocket Chassis, Downs Electric, Sonny Gerber Auto Sales, Gunderson Trucking, number 13. Let him hear you, Jason Wallace. Of course, tonight marks the 6th ever visit by the Malvern Banks Super Late Model Series here at Shelby County Speedway. In the past 5 visits, Kyle Burke has won 4 of the 5 visits. The only other winner, 2-time series champion Travis Dickus out of Madison, Nebraska. So here we go. Field takes form behind the Malvern Banks Series pace car. Jason Wallace on the point out of Carter Lake, Iowa. Of course, we were informed earlier tonight. Of course, Jason Wallace, our pole setter, racing with a bit of a heavy heart today because we found out earlier today that Jason's uncle George Wallace passed away earlier today. So hopefully the 13 can punch that ticket into the main event tonight. Here we go. Caution lights go out. Last chance for one last dance on the high banks of Harlan. Here we go with the Malvern Banks Series. Kurt Schroeder will take the opening lead as the field storms into turn number 1 the first time. Jason Wallace will settle into position number 2. Matt Snowberger back there in that 4th and final transfer spot behind Ben Sukup. And then it's a hornet's nest right behind him. Jeff Segabart, Brad Perdue, Cale Kaziski, Zach Zeiner all going at it. Lap 1 goes to Schroeder. Kaziski, one of our feature winners here in the bragging rights late models here at Shelby County, going side by side with Segabart, nearly making a little bit of contact. Great save by the 5S of Segabart as Kurt Schroeder started to check out from the field. Schroeder, who couldn't even make it out of qualifying on Wednesday, really turning it around here in the 15C. The pre-owned autos of Des Moines Masters Built Chassis, number 15C out of Newton, Iowa, showing the way. It's Iowa boys 1 and 2 right now. Schroeder from Newton, Wallace from Carter Lake. And then it's Norfolk, Nebraska's Ben Sukup looking to the inside of Wallace for the 2nd spot. 4th and final transfer spot at the moment belongs to the 7 of Matt Snowberger. Brad Perdue outside looking in, running 5th as Snowberger gets the little sideways. Jeff Segabart runs 6th. 7th is Cale Kaziski. 8th is Zach Zeitner. 9th is Paul Conrad. Robbie Jorgensen 10th, and rounding out the field is Andy Claiborne. Halfway mark will be coming up this time by. Kurt Schroeder continues to show the way. Right now, Matt Snowberger, the Aurora native, doing a great job holding on to that final transfer spot. Halfway home, 5 down, 5 to go, and it's been all Kurt Schroeder. Jason Wallace in that 2nd spot. Ben Sukup runs 3rd. Matt Snowberger, your 4th and final transfer. Brad Perdue runs 5th. Cale Kaziski is 6th. 7th is Zach Zeiner. 8th is Jeff Segabart. Paul Conrad 9th. Robbie Jorgensen 10th, and Andy Claiborne rounds out the field in 11th. Still all 11 cars going now. A great battle for that 2nd spot off of turn number 4. Ben Sukup pulls right up beside Jason Wallace off the exit, but Wallace gets the good run off the top shelf. Jason Wallace hanging on to that 2nd spot. Top 4 move on to the main event. And a great battle for 5th now is Cale Kaziski, high, wide, and round the outside. Sidesteps Brad Perdue for 5th. Cale Kaziski looking to punch his ticket into the main event. He still needs to pass one more car before that can happen. Can Cale Kaziski reel in and pass Snowberger with 3 laps to go? That's not going to help. Into 1. Kaziski pushed a bit, and that loses ground. 2 to go at the line this time for Kurt Schroeder. Excellent run for the 15C machine. Cale Kaziski still outside looking into that 35, trying to hunt down Snowberger. Now Kaziski's got a good run through the middle of 1 and 2. Here we go. Battles on for the final transfer spot as Jeff Segabart off the pace. White flag in the air. Final time around for Kurt Schroeder, but keep your eyes off at turn number 4. That's the battle for the final transfer spot. Matt Snowberger and Cale Kaziski going at it. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway and into 3 for the final time. Started on the outside of the front row, and he's going to lead every lap. Kurt Schroeder will go on to the main event. He wins our Predator Custom Trailer Speed Feature. Jason Wallace is 2nd. Ben Sukup is 3rd. At the line for the final spot, it's going to go to Matt Snowberger. Then it's Cale Kaziski, Brad Perdue, Zach Zeitner, Paul Conrad, Robbie Jorgensen, and Andy Claiborne. So your top 4 moving on, race fans. The 7 of Matt Snowberger. The 101 of Ben Sukup. The 13 of Jason Wallace. And your winner, race fans, let them hear you. Coming out of Newton, Iowa, in the Gateway Plumbing, Pre-Owned Autos of Des Moines, Jet Training Services, Kurt Schroeder, CPA Masters Build Chassis, number 15C, let them hear you, Kurt Schroeder. Race fans, this is their way of thanking you for coming on out on such a beautiful Saturday night here at the Shelby County Fairgrounds. Caution lights go out. Malvern Bank Series pace car makes its way off the racetrack. Here we go, race fans. It's time to buckle down. 25 big laps on the high banks of Harlan. Brian Koziski and Josh Leonard on the front row. How about it, race fans? It is time to dominate the dirt at Shelby County Speedway with the Malvern Bank Super Late Models. Here we go. Side by side into turn number 1. Off the top shelf, Josh Leonard will take the race lead off the exit. Brian Koziski into that number 2 spot. Meanwhile, Kyle Burke settles into 3rd early. Jason O'Brien and Nick Deal 3 wide with Alan Hopp. The Iowa natives going at it. After 1, Josh Leonard takes the opening circuit. Kyle Burke into that 2nd position. Excuse me, he's running 3rd at the moment. Brian Koziski is 2nd. Kyle Burke 3rd. Nick Deal up to the 4th position now as Alan Hopp battles back on the outside lane. Nick Deal and Alan Hopp side by side for the 4th position off of 4. Slide job off of 4. The real deal secures the 4th position down the front straightaway. Alan Hopp looking for the crossover move as they enter turn number 1. Meanwhile, Deal back into the middle lane. He currently runs 4th. Hopp runs 5th. And it's Jason O'Brien in 6th. Tad Pospischel 7th. Robbie Anderson 8th. Justin Zeitner 9th. Bill Ayton Jr. rounds out your top 10. Now 4 laps in. 21 to go here at the Shelby County Speedway. Josh Leonard, the H&H Racing number 1, owned by Rick Honeycutt out of Grand Island, Nebraska, showing the way. Josh Leonard in his rookie season with the Malvern Bank Series looking for his first career win with the series. And so far he's off to a good start. Oh, we got trouble in turns 3 and 4. Corey Zeiner and Bill Ayton Jr. sideways. They keep it going. But it looks like they're going to be calling the yellow on that one. Caution is out. That could have been a lot worse through 3 and 4. Corey Zeiner and Bill Ayton Jr. completely sideways right in front of heavy traffic. And we are going to be under yellow flag conditions for the first time. Caution lights are out, and we are ready to go green next time by. Josh Leonard, your leader in the first 4 circuits. But he's got a pair of missiles right behind him with Brian Koziski and Kyle Burke. Josh Leonard will bring us back up to speed, and we are back underway here at Shelby County. Excellent start for Kyle Burke. Oh, little sparks flying down the front straightaway as Robbie Anderson a little too close for comfort with the wall. He's going to keep it going. We stay green off of turn number 2. Josh Leonard keeps the lead. Now Kyle Burke into that number 2 position. Here goes Nick Deal to the inside of Brian Koziski. That's for the 3rd spot as they come off of 4. Advantage goes to the 52 of Koziski. Deal continuing to work on that inside line as they go through 1 and 2 this time. Koziski right through the middle. He'll assume the 3rd spot off the exit of turn 2. Deal back and forth. Jason O'Brien runs in the 5th position. Josh Leonard continuing to click off the laps here at the Shelby County Speedway. Leonard, your leader. Kyle Burke running 2nd, but not by much. Brian Koziski runs 3rd. Nick Deal 4th. Jason O'Brien, your top 5. Then it's Alan Hopp, Justin Zeiner, Tad Pospischel, Bill Ayton Jr., and Andrew Koziski, your top 10. Corey Zeiner, after having that near mishap through 3 and 4 to cause that caution, now starting to work his way back towards the front. Bill Ayton Jr. currently sitting in 9th. He was that undercar completely sideways. But Layton trying to work his way through the field, but Andrew Koziski now applying the pressure to the inside. That is the battle for the 9th position. Kyle Burke, meanwhile, trying to reel in your leader, Josh Leonard. The H&H Racing I-80 Farm sponsored number 1. Looking good so far, trying to hold off the Aurora Cooperative number 14 down the backstretch. Now Deal with a good run to the inside. The real Deal gonna sidestep Brian Koziski. Slide job off of turn number 4, and Deal cracks the podium spots for the first time in this main event. Nick Deal, multi-time modified track champion here on the high banks of Shelby County Speedway, now showing in 3rd. Last year, Nick Deal, he made his Malvern Bank Series debut here last year, blew the motor in hot laps and never even got to show up after that one. Laps continuing to wind down, 15 to go here at Harlan. Josh Leonard, your race-long leader so far. He has not lost the top spot, but Kyle Burke is threatening to the inside. 14 to go at the line this time for the Gibbon, Nebraska driver. Kyle Burke now looking back to the inside. Burke trying to extend his points lead over Nick Deal. Only 10 points separate Burke and Deal. They're currently second and third on the speedway for the time being. Burke trying to line up that low side just the way he likes it, but Leonard has got the middle and the top shelf on lockdown. Halfway mark will be coming up next time, and now lap traffic is going to become reality. First car to go a lap down will be the 7 of Matt Snowberger. Brad Purdue will be the next one in line. Halfway home, 13 down, 12 to go. Josh Leonard, your leader. Now Leonard has to go to the inside line. We'll see how he handles it. Leonard goes to the inside. He'll slide up in front of Snowberger, and now one lap car between your leader and second place. Josh Leonard, your leader. Kyle Burke second. Nick Deal third. Brian Kosiski fourth. Jason O'Brien, your top 5. Then it's Alan Hobb running 6th, Justin Zeitner in 7th. That may change. That's a good battle there. Tad Pospisil runs 8th. Bill Layton Jr. is 9th, and Andrew Kosiski your top 10. Corey Zeitner in 11th. Ben Schaller is 12th. Robbie Anderson 13th. 14th on the track is Brett Hobb, and Ben Suka rounds out the top 15. Josh Leonard continuing to weave traffic, and he puts the 25 of Brad Purdue down the lap. He'll set his sights on the 15C of Kurt Schroeder. So your B feature winner about to go a lap down to the 1 of Leonard. Leonard, your second fastest qualifier tonight. And now Nick Deal trying to size up Kyle Burke for that second spot as the laps continue to wind down. 8 to go at the line. Excellent racing so far. Kyle Burke looking to the outside lane of the lap car as the field storms down the back straightaway this time. About half a straightaway between your leader and second place. And trouble for Matt Snowberger. One of the lap cars is off the pace, off the exit of turn number 2. Laps continue to wind down. We'll see if Snowberger can get it off the track. Looks like just comes to a stop. Snowberger comes to a stop on the outside of the backstretch. Caution comes out on the speedway for Matt Snowberger, who misses the pit exit halfway down the back straightaway. How about it, race fans? Final 8 laps here at the Shelby County Speedway. Who will be $2,000 richer at the end of this one? Leonard in control of the pace. We're back up to speed and back underway here in Harlan. Excellent restart by Nick Deal, able to sidestep Burke right off the bat. The real Deal goes to the runner-up position, and he will hunt down Leonard for the race lead. Excellent maneuver by the 55D. Told you he knows this track like the back of his hand. It's Jason O'Brien wanting the slide job working on Brian Kosiski. That's for the 4th spot. Kind of stacked up the field. There is Justin Zeitner going to get the 2-for-1 special on Alan Hobb. Meanwhile, Tad Pospisil tried to work the outside lane, but Zeitner got the better of it. Here comes Kyle Burke back to the inside of Nick Deal. That's the battle for the points lead right now. Deal is second, only 10 points behind Burke. This time around, it will be 5 to go at the flag stand. Josh Leonard, he has been your race-long leader. Can he hold on for 5 more laps and become the 3rd first-time winner on the Malvern Bank Tour in 2019? 5 to go till victory for the 1. Can Nick Deal run him down and get his 5th win on the tour? Deal pushed a little bit entering turn 1. He's going to lose a bit of ground down the back straightaway this time. Josh Leonard has run a flawless race so far. Can he click off 4 more flawless laps? It's been a good one so far. Leonard has led the race so far, but Nick Deal and Kyle Burke trying to run him down. The H&H Racing team trying to go back to victory lane for the first time since September last year when Jesse Sobbing pulled off the upset at Eagle Raceway. Leonard trying to go to victory lane for the first time in his Malvern Bank Series career. Be the biggest win of his career, a former track champion out at the Junction Motor Speedway as well as the Dawson County Raceway in weekly late models. 2 laps to go for Josh Leonard. Can become our 2nd rookie contender to win on the tour. The only rookie contender to win so far is 2nd place Nick Deal. Leonard. Now with lap traffic ahead, he will see the white flag. 4/10 of a mile to go for Josh Leonard. I believe his father, Robert Leonard, won the Good Old Time Racing Association feature at I-80 last night, and he's going to continue that streak tonight. Down the back straightaway and into 3 for the final time. Checkered flag is out. We're going to have a third first-time winner, and it will be Gibbon, Nebraska's Josh Leonard. He wins round 1 at Harlan. Nick Deal is second. Kyle Berg will come home third. Fourth at the line will be Jason O'Brien. And at the line for fifth, Justin Zeitner's going to hang on. And it's Tad Pospischal, Brian Kosiski, Andrew Kosiski, Alan Hobb, and Bill Layton Jr. That will be your top 10. So give it up for him, race fans. First time feature winner with the Malvern Bank Super Late Model Series. Let him hear ya. The I-80 Farms H&H Racing #1, owned by Rick Honeycutt, goes back to victory lane, and with a brand new driver, let him hear you, Harlan, from Gibbon, Nebraska, your winner tonight, Josh Leonard.